Nigerians feel that this arm of government is spineless. That the kind of democracy we have in this country is not worthy of being a democracy, because all we see our lawmakers do, have meetings, we are going to say, we'll discuss, we'll agree, we'll talk with their foundation, we'll tell, we'll report, and we'll submit, and we'll get back to Nigerians. They are assuring us. Nothing has been done, sir. So assure me as a Nigerian that you're my lawmaker and you're doing something, and that hallmark characteristic of a democracy, which is the independence of the legislature, is actually working for me.
Well, thank you. I think the word spineless is very uncomplimentary to start with, because we are not spineless. We work in accordance with the Constitution. We swore to an oath of allegiance to the Constitution of Nigeria. So when you people are outside, you make statements without really understanding the principle and the philosophy that governs those things. You are entitled to your own opinion, but we know what is right, what this nation needs. We don't want to turn this into chaos. It seems that people enjoy when there's crisis, when we are throwing shares around in the National Assembly. That is what people think is progress. No. We have our own, we are stretching democracy to the limits of its tolerance. And if you do that, we're going to have anarchy. So we have to be very careful what we ask for.
When it comes to peace, we all move for peace. I speak for peace. However, it makes us feel bad. It is weakening to hear the legislators say they've recommended and that they cannot do more. Because based on my own understanding of civic studies that I did, because I'm not a political science student, I'm a science student. And what I knew is that, what I learned is that the legislature is very powerful. You can stop budgets from being passed.
Yes.
You can stop funds from being released to ministries that are not conforming.
Yes.
Your oversight duty is powerful on the president as well as any ministry.
Yes.
So when I talk to senators and they say, we only do oversight, I feel bad as a Nigerian. So what exactly, you are making laws and doing oversight, what exactly can be done? How can you make us feel that?
Yes.
What are we paying you for?
So please, sir.
Let me come in here. As I told you, we are the legislative arm of government. We are working hand in hand with the executive. There are procedures for doing things. Talk of security. We do not leave the issue of security to government. We have had engagement with the service chiefs. We have had engagement with police, and we have set up a committee to look into the issue of security. We came out with 60 recommendations. One of them is the decentralization of the control and command of the police structure in the country. And that has been adopted by the Mr. President. You can see that the decentralization of the police structure in the country now. There are other recommendations like funding, trading, which we have looked into. As I said, we may even pass resolutions, we may come up with a decision. It is the executive that implements. And I can tell you that the president we have is a very responsible one, and it has listening ears, and is ready to work with us and to do what is right for the country. Look at the ESA. When ESA started, they made 5 demands, and all the demands were approved by Mr. President. It shows that this is a man that wants peace.
There's been a growing call for restructuring. Everybody is talking about it. And the fact that it seems like the 1999 Constitution, which we're still using, has outlived its usefulness, and people want a change. Now, what's the position of the Senate concerning restructuring and the fact that we need a constitutional review right now?
Well, thank you. You know, we started post-independence as a federalism. And in this case, the regions had their autonomy to a great extent. But when the military came, they introduced the unitary government. And the constitution which they gave us reflected that policy, that principle. It is obvious to many Nigerians that we need to look into the constitution, look into the structure of the country, and do what is needful. Restructuring is okay if it's in the interest of the people, if it's in the interest of the country as a whole, if it will move Nigeria forward. There's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anybody opposed to restructuring. The issue of constitutional review, of course, we are conscious of our role as a legislature in reviewing the Constitution to meet the changing the dynamics of the political situation in the country.